Hello and welcome back to another edition of Check It Out. Okay friends, this is the 2021 Toyota Tundra Platinum Edition. I absolutely love this truck. However, today I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of things I do not love about this truck. Again, the big picture is I like it a lot, but there's a lot of little things to this that I'm not impressed with so far. So let's dive right in. Let's walk through those. I'll tell you how I really feel. You can probably tell in the tone of my voice. Look, it's a keeper. It's an awesome truck. But there are a few things that drive me a little bit crazy. So let's dive right in. Hey, number one is storage. Let's take a look in this vehicle. And you know, it does have what you would expect as far as storage goes, right? It has this nice center console, and the center console is pretty big. It's kind of like a big bucket, and like a 5-gallon bucket where if you put a bunch of stuff in it, you can't really see what's at the bottom. Yeah, that's sort of what it's like. It does have a small glove compartment over here. There's a little bit of storage in the doors over here. And I get it, it's a truck, so you have the whole bed. But at the same time, Toyota, this is a shame right here. So this back seat that we can lift up, and we have this space down here, but the seats fit flush, so you cannot put anything under the seats. And there is space here. In my understanding is there's nothing under this carpet. In other words, Toyota, you could have put a couple bins down here so that we could put some jumper cables or something else. Maybe a little emergency set of tools would be really nice. Also, this seat stays where it is. You cannot make this back seat push forward. So I'm sure there's a little bit of space back there, but we can't get to it. Toyota didn't do that for us. Hey, let's keep moving on. Here's the next one on our list. And again, I'm making some gripes about a truck that I love. But here's what it is. The Platinum on the black, it gets so dirty. I mean, like immediately. If you know this channel, you know I have 3 kids and a dog. So the black, it really shows. I feel like I wash the truck and then it's almost like not worth doing because it's gonna get dirty. And when it does get a little dirty or a little sandy, it really shows it with that black interior. Again, small gripe, I get it. Next up is the Wi-Fi. So I paid for the Wi-Fi for a year. The Wi-Fi works okay. It does not work fantastic. When I first bought the truck, as soon as I turned it on, the Wi-Fi, well, once I set it up, the Wi-Fi would come on as soon as I turned on the vehicle, and all my kids were telling me it works perfect. So a couple months later, now I've actually purchased it for the year, and it seems like I have to manually turn it on each time, and you kind of have to wait and put the vehicle in park, and it takes a few minutes to get it up and going. And then when it does work, my kids are telling me it doesn't seem like it's as strong of a Wi-Fi connection as it used to be. Next up is the 5.5-foot bed. The good news is that I feel like for me, that is enough bed. We can put everything from the mountain bikes to surfboards sticking out the back. It seems to work just fine. Now, I used to be in the construction business, and I used to drive Fords, F-250, and that truck had the crew cab, and it also had a 6 or 6.5-foot bed, I believe. And that was perfect for construction. For this truck right here, it's perfect for me, meaning that I have 3 kids and a dog, and we put a bunch of recreational stuff in the back. But if I was still in construction, this truck would not work for me. Now you can go to the smaller back seat and then get a larger bed if you want to do that. That wasn't the right choice for me. The next complaint is the gas mileage on this. So if you know this vehicle, you know this has the 5.7 liter V8, the tried and true. Toyota's been using that engine forever, or it seems. And it also has that 6-speed transmission. So there's good and bads to that, right? It's very, very reliable. It's very powerful. It's a quick truck. It's a powerful truck. The bad news is the gas mileage is in the ballpark of 14. This is a 4-wheel drive, so I think I lose another mile per gallon or something around there. So it's something around 13.5, 14.5 miles per gallon. Definitely not great. Next up on what I don't love about this truck, the rake in the front. See how the front sits a little bit lower than the back? It's somewhere around 2 inches lower. I don't like that look at all. I'd like to push that back up. If you buy the TRD Pro, it's already lifted back up with that suspension. I'd like to do something similar to that. This is an expensive 4-wheel drive vehicle. My opinion is that these tires, boy, they are not very aggressive at all for a 4-wheel drive vehicle. I think that the wheels are okay, but I also feel like it's not for me. So we're gonna be making some upgrades to the vehicle, but for now, I'm gonna call that a gripe, right? Something that I don't really love about the truck. That rake, the wheels and tires are okay. Next up is the chrome. I'm not a big fan of chrome, and I get it that that's a little bit more of an opinion, but I feel like that opinion is being shared by more and more people, especially like in the truck world. I feel like a lot of us don't wanna have a lot of chrome. And personally, I'd like to get rid of as much of this chrome as possible. There are a couple levels of this Tundra that do come with a full chrome delete. I get it, the TRD Pro looks amazing from the outside. I don't think there's any chrome on that whatsoever. I really, really like that look. Now, of course, when you get to that Pro level, you pay the same amount for the Platinum or pretty close to it, and you do not get any of the bells and whistles on the inside of the Platinum. That's why I did not go with that vehicle. All right, let's get back on task here. So the chrome, when we get to the Platinum level, I do love that the front end does not have any chrome, or at least not much. But when we go over here, I've already had to change out the mirrors. Next, I'd like to do something with this badging and either black it out or find an overlay for it. And next is the door handles, which I don't know what to do. And if you do know what to do, I'd love a comment down below. It looks to me like it's very easy to change out these door handles if they're not the electric door handles or automatic ones. So on these door handles right here, when I put my hand in here, the vehicle unlocks. And when I touch those two little lines right there, the vehicle locks. Obviously, that's going to make it a little bit more complicated to update these handles. I'd love to go with the blacked out, or maybe just a color match would be cool with that. And again, the back of the vehicle, you can see the little 4x4 here. So I'll put a black overlay on that or something along those lines. I don't like that. I'd rather it just come in black, but we'll do what we have to do to make it look a little sharper. Okay, my final gripe about this vehicle is it's a pretty stiff ride. These are the 20-inch wheels, and I think that that contributes to it. A little bit less sidewall means that you're going to feel all those little bumps in the road. I think that's part of it. I also think it's part of the suspension. Now, of course, there's a spectrum here, right? As we get to a softer vehicle, then we have to deal with things like the vehicle wanting to roll when we're doing cornering. So this vehicle does not roll much for the size and weight that it is, but it does feel the little bumps and the big bumps. Overall, on comfort of the ride, it's still pretty nice. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, but I'd love it if it was a little bit softer. Hey friends, that's gonna do it for today's video. If this helped you out, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Hey, I'm gonna make lots of other videos on this. I've already got about 10 up here, and I'll tell you all kinds of things I absolutely love about this truck. It kind of hurt my heart to make today's video because I truly love this vehicle. Now, are there some things to complain about? Well, you just heard them. Obviously, there are. There's a lot more positives though. So subscribe to the channel, check out the playlist, Toyota Tundra Platinum, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.